corner, Lynn.
Oh, maybe she has to go out and come back in.
She's done that before, so.
I know. Oh.
Could she dial into a number, Alyssa?
What's that?
Is there a dial-in number that she can?
There is a dial-in number.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Just leave me unmuted. I don't know if it's the weather or whatever, but I'm having some internet issues down here. So let's just leave me unmuted if that works.
No problem.
If I get disconnected again, Alyssa, what's the call-in number?
Let me get you that. The call-in number is 1-669-900-6833. And then the meeting ID.
Okay, if I lose you guys.
Say that one more time.
Go ahead.
869-7542-6100.
Okay, 1-669-900-6833, and the ID is 869-7542-6100.
You got it.
All right, if I lose you guys again, I'll just call from the phone because that's going to be unstable.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you hear me okay, Lynn?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, great. So it's, let's see, what is today? Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. It is 1:35. This is the APCD Executive Committee meeting pursuant to Governor Newsom's Executive Order N0821. The Board of Directors, APCD staff, and public made to participate in this meeting via teleconference and or electronically. The APCD's office will not be open for accessing the meeting. Thank you. And with that, if we could have a roll call to establish a quorum, please.
Yes. Director Heading.
Present.
Director Compton.
Yes, here.
And Director Pashong is going to be absent.
Okay, we do have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order and ask Alyssa, do we have any public comment? This is general public comment. Any members of the public may speak regarding items not on the agenda. All participants are requested to state their name and place of residence for the record. So I will go ahead and open up general public comment.
I do not see any members of the public that wish to speak.
All right, I will close public comment and bring it back to the board. Our first item of business is to approve minutes of June 2nd, 2021, Executive Committee meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the June 2nd, 2021 meeting.
And I will second that. And roll call vote, please.
Director Compton.
Yes.
Director Heading.
Yes.
And Director Pashong is absent, so the motion passes unanimously.
Great. That brings us to item number 2. This is review of the September 22nd, 2021 APCD board meeting draft agenda. Gary, thank you for sending that out. I'll let you give us an overview.
Switch screens, Alyssa?
Yep. You want to?
No, actually, you could just switch slides. Go to the agenda.
Yeah. You want to see the agenda?
Yes.
Okay. I don't normally include that, so give me 1 second, and I will.
I have it. I don't know about Lynn, but I have it here. So
I can bring it up. It's no problem.
I have a copy of it. Yeah, I have it.
Oh, good.
I need to put it up.
You don't have to put it up, Alyssa. That's
okay.
I have it up too.
Okay.
Great.
There is one member of the public attending. I don't know if we want to put it on there or not.
I can bring it up. It's no problem.
Sure. Let's do that for the member of the public.
Okay.
How often happens to be a member of our hearing board as well?
Okay.
Okay, so the agenda's fairly light. We just have the normal approval of minutes and fiscal updates. Go ahead and scroll up.
You want to scroll down, you
Scroll
mean?
down, scroll down.
Yeah.
Up, down. So we have, our grant readjustments that we do every year to readjust the balances, year-end balances. Usually there's a little bit of money left over. It needs to be moved to another account. Our update on public outreach committees, those are all on consent agenda. So you can move on down to board business.
There we go.
So board business is our annual report on our grant projects that we funded during the last fiscal year. So that'll be a receive and file. Item number C2 is a presentation on 2020 air quality. And we don't have to do this now. Our 2020 report is usually done in November. November appears to be a heavy agenda. And if we did it in 2021, January of 2021, the report would be certified and out. Right now, the state and the federal government are looking at excluding some days from our attainment status levels that were associated with fires. So that won't be done until after our November board hearing. I didn't know if the executive committee would like to have us give the 2020 air quality verbal report before the report is finalized, or wait till January when the Air Resources Board will be done working with EPA to exclude some of those fire-related violations of the air quality standard. So,
Gary, do you have a preference to get it done or to get it in now?
other than the agenda is really light,
Right.
so it doesn't really matter. The air quality facts are there. The report just won't be finalized yet until the exclusions of those fire-related days are approved by EPA. That won't occur until after our November hearing. So it's really up to what the executive committee wants to do with it. If you want a very light agenda, we can take it off and wait till.
Lynn, what do you think? It looks like a pretty light agenda.
It's not an issue about a very light agenda. To me, it's just an issue when you get all the facts and the correct data, that's when I think it should, come out, rather than something that we have to back out of and then people get confused on which numbers we're using. So it's not on if an agenda is light or heavy. It's just, why don't we wait till the numbers are correct and final and then bring it out. That's just my
Or have to
thought.
repeat it again. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be redundant somewhat too. That's fine. I agree. That would be fine with me. Gary, let's hold up on it then.
Okay. And so other than a closed session with our annual labor negotiations for cost of living, that's in closed session. So that's a very light agenda. The performance indicators report that we pushed off from June until September, that's on there. Just usually done in June with the budget, but we were trying to lighten up the agenda for June.
And Gary, I had texted you, we're getting some folks in the community that are sport fishing industry individuals. And I know CARB is asking for information on the diesel engine restrictions. Do you have an update on that? And is this something that you might update us on in your report, or is that something that could be an agenda item or should be?
Our previous text back and forth on that, I think this would be the place to, if you want to place it on the agenda to discuss board position on that, so that we could discuss whether we want to write a letter to the Air Resources Board under the board's chair signature to request that they give some leeway to our sports fishing industry and commercial fishing industry for our area. So it's certainly something that we can talk about.
Lynn, I'm going to text you this report so you'll have it right in front of you.
Okay. I've been, hearing about it a little bit.
Yeah, just giving you, this is the Log California Boating and Fishing News. I'm getting, our chamber's getting calls and asking what the opinion or position of APCD is going to be. So I had texted Gary to maybe have us talk about it today. And if I think it would be appropriate if we could include this to have a discussion and maybe take a position on this.
Hey, Gary, would any of this qualify for any of those funds like they do in agriculture to get them upgraded?
Yes and no. For some of the newer ones, for some of the older ones, the tier zeros and the tier ones, the time frame that they give us to retrofit doesn't allow us to calculate the excess emissions that we need to make it fit the grant requirements. So this is all fairly new to us too. The CARB had exempted these fleets up until just recently deciding to go after them. Yeah, the ones that have the short-term dates of getting rid of them couldn't meet the requirements for grants. So if we could get CARB to extend those deadlines and to allow us to put grant funding towards that, there is grant funding available. Don't know how many people would be requesting it, but right now we pretty much, the ones that are targeted for a few years away, it'd be pretty hard for them to meet the emission reduction amounts needed to qualify for grants. So, we'll go ahead and take a look at a little more research on it. And then if we could discuss the item during board business and give us some leeway to either, work with the chair on getting a position paper to CARB on comments on giving some allowances to our fishing fleets.
And wouldn't all the coastal counties have the same problem too? Could you not network with some of the coastal counties?
Yeah, they'll have the same problems with these class of commercial fishing boats and charter boats. So
yeah, charter boats, and Lynn, part of the analysis shows that there could be a potential cost passed on to the consumer of 60 to 70% increase in average costs, which concerns us greatly. So are you okay with adding that as an agenda item, business item?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Thanks so much for that. Gary, thanks for being on top of that, and we'll just go ahead and add that. Instead of C1, we'll have 3 agenda items, including this.
Yeah, that'll be our new C2.
Okay, great. And then are there any other board member items? Lynn, anything to bring up?
Nope.
Okay, myself neither. And closed session?
Do I get off this line and call into closed session, or how?
We're not, well, we don't have closed session during this meeting.
It's on the agenda. I mean, we're just gonna have a report from district council. Is this your contract area or what?
No, this is their annual cost of living negotiations with staff.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
And I suspect I probably should have gone to public comment for any items on the agenda. So with regard to this, Alyssa, I'll open up public comment for the proposed agenda.
Yep, let's take a look.
Okay.
I do not have any one member of the public that wish to speak.
All right, I'll close public comment, bring it back to the board. Looks like we've got a good agenda set and ready to go.
Do we want to go ahead and take a motion to make a modification to the agenda and then take a vote on it, since you're asking to remove the air quality report?
Sure,
Sure
I'll make a motion to remove the air quality report and add the discussion on, how do you want me to word that? Discussion on the fishing industry, sports fishing industry, and petition calling for changes to CARB.
Perfect. I'll second that.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Director Compton?
Yes.
Director Heading?
Yes.
Vote is unanimous.
Great. That takes care of that item. And let's see, I believe that's it. If there's nothing else.
Why was I thinking?
We're gonna, yeah.
We do have one more.
Yeah, I do. I see that. Oh, that was just part of the agenda. The closed session is up for the regular meeting.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I was confused. I thought there was a closed session today. Okay.
And item 3, I do apologize, is they're looking for input, Lynn, on whether we want to come back live or continue Zoom. I know we did in person with SLO for the first time this month. Do you have a preference, staff and or?
Well, we went back to live board meetings a couple of weeks ago, and it's good to be back to live board meetings, but it is more convenient with these other, committees to do Zoom. It makes it more flexible. So for example, today I just was meeting with the seniors at the senior center. I ran home to do this, and then I'm running out to present a certificate, and then I've got a Cuyama Water District meeting. If I had not been able to do this on Zoom today, I wouldn't have been able to be there. So it is, I mean, I don't know. definitely is a little bit more convenient for some of the other meetings, but I like the live aspect that people can come in. So I don't know for
I
sure.
like
I'm
that.
happy that we're back to live with our board meetings.
I like the flexibility too. Like I say, I'm here. My wife's going to have surgery tomorrow, so I'm able to just zoom in prior to her evaluation this afternoon. So I'd be great with having a Zoom meeting this next time, especially given all the things that are happening with all the discussions with the Delta variant, et cetera, et cetera.
So why
Yeah,
don't we
that
just play it by ear and just continue with Zoom and play it by ear?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Staff, are
Right
you okay
now-
with that, Gary?
Yeah, right now, the governor's order is set to expire at the end of September. He'll probably extend that later. So we'll have a chance during the next executive board meeting to discuss this again then. We'll do the next
Okay.
one on Zoom and then discuss again in October when we have our next executive committee meeting.
Sounds good. And I'll go ahead and open up public comment for this item. Is there any member of the public that wishes to speak to this specific item? Anybody, Alyssa?
No member of the public wishes to speak.
Okay, I'll close public comment, bring it back to the board. And that, I believe, completes our business. The next meeting will be, I'm trying to look for the date.
October
The
13th.
executive- October the 13th. Thank you. Great. Thank you all for being here. Have a great
Okay.
rest of your day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay,
Bye.
All right.
bye.